ladies, help Maitreya, aka Dan Quinn, me, save this planet. Save the world from the men who are trying to fuck it up and destroy it. It's easy if you're a trillionaire, and this is how I'm going to become a trillionaire and put women in charge of men in companies that I buy to replace the companies that are fucking shit up, charging too much money, paying too much money to the top, a job just over broke, their employees barely surviving. It's disgusting. Anyway, add stevia to water and blend. And water splits into a natural gas. They can actually make engines to run off that. I'm going to set that down right there. You're going to see it change back into what looks like water. This toxic soap is floating. I got it out of my uncle's water, and in 4 months, he lost 6 cancerous breast tumors, 74 pounds of fat, and type 2 diabetes was gone within a week. Multiply that, extrapolate that across the globe, and it becomes the most popular and sought after drink ever. People will rush to get it. It'll be hard. It's going to be hard to provide enough pure H2O at first in production. That's why I'm showing you how to do it for free. All you got to do is go to Amazon.com and get a pound of their stevia, their Mood and Mind stevia. That's the best for the cheapest price by far. I'm advocating people do a pound a month, and those that join the pound a month club are reporting miracles. Type 2 diabetes vanishing. I haven't heard from cancer yet. My uncle did, and then he stopped using stevia because we got into a verbal argument, and now he's dead. Proof that stevia is magic and that getting that toxic soap out of water is key. It's all the warning, danger, caution, toxic, will kill you chemicals. It says keep out of the reach of children. Well, we're pouring it back into our baby's water supply. They're drinking it. And how many kids are sick with cancer? It's amazing. It's disgusting. Anyhow, what I'm going to do with billions of dollars is put women in charge like you were in charge thousands of years before pyramids were poured like concrete. Yeah, Google pyramids / poured, and there's new theories that the perfection, the symmetry, we couldn't even do it now if we paid laborers to go and chisel, okay? Think about cavemen, basically, Neanderthals, building pyramids to such a perfect, the ones that were built by men in Mexico and in South America, they look like shit now. I mean, they're beautiful, but the perfection, it was never there. It was gone. Aliens sat down on Earth, killed all the women that were in charge, instilled men to run this planet, and I think it's a test. It's either a test to see if we're worthy of reaching the stars, or it's an attempt to kill this planet. I'm not really sure which one. I'm not in contact with aliens, although I saw them when I was 8 years old. I was awoken. A loud thunk, and I was asleep in my bed, and I sat up in my bed, and I saw 3 short grays in spacesuits scurrying across the couch, going to the storm windows, probably out to the little spaceship, and one of them looked at me, and I'm like, oh, they're real. And they were leaving my mom's room. That was the last time she ever defended me, as mothers do. If she defends me one time, I'm in the NFL. A household name, a white boy that could cover at 6'3", 235 pounds, an outside linebacker, covering running backs and wide receivers man for man, not just barely, but shutting them the fuck down because I was faster than everybody I play with. I caught Tim Brown. I would have caught Tim Brown from behind at Notre Dame. So if it's not for Lou Holtz, what's up, Lucifer Lou? Yeah, that's my nickname that I gave you, Lucifer Lou Holtz. If not for him firing me for making the greatest stop in the history of Notre Dame football. All your male friends that like football know who I am because I'm the greatest white linebacker if I don't get hurt to ever play the game. I didn't get hurt. I just quit because I catch a tailback. Ask your male friends to watch Dan Quinn's Notre Dame play on YouTube. I'm an outside linebacker. I catch a tailback diving for a touchdown on 4th and inches. The commentators don't even mention my name, although when I slow-mo, you can clearly see me wrapped up. And when I hit the sidelines, I was fired immediately by an enraged Lou Holtz, Donald Trump, that was shaving points. He's a criminal. He should be prosecuted. He fired me for actually doing my job because he wanted to make money. See how these cigarettes go out, ladies? If you're smokers, they're Gold Rush. Can you see that? Gold Rush. Large cigars, original red, and they go out just like $12 a pack American Spirits. Yeah, it's a good smoke. It'll save lots of money over the year, and you can put that into your kids' education fund and send them to overpriced schools. We should have free colleges for all our children, all right? We should have a cap on billionaires. You can only have so much in the country that I'm thinking about. And what I want to do is change the color of money so all this money that's socked away in rich accounts, you don't know how much they have, they either swap it dollar for dollar or they're fucked. It's worth nothing. The greenback. Anyhow, that's another story. Yeah, ladies, here's a miracle to wake you up to the fact that they'll call me the Miracle Man, the fountain of orgasm for women, taking women that have been sexually molested and raped and have mental blocks against coming to over 100 an hour easily if you play it correctly. I call it the violin. It's pressing up and down on the G-spot at the same time and massaging in a violin motion. Clitoral stimulation heightens it, but every time that you touch fingertips on the G-spot, and now you're asking yourself, where's the G-spot? Well, I found it. It's right of center on your right side, obviously, below the belly button and above the pubic bone. 2 fingers, the right hand's fingers, inside and up the vagina to the bottom of the G-spot, arms wrapped around legs, fingers pressing down, touching tips. Every time those tips touch, you're going to feel like you're coming, all right? It's amazing. I took a woman who had been raped and couldn't come to over 100 an hour. We had to stop every 10 to 15 minutes for her because she was literally exhausted. Her pelvis was coming off the bed to attack my face, all right? That was miracle number 1. And I thought, I'm Maitreya. I got Maitreya tattooed on my upper abdomen. I had a vision 35 years ago at Notre Dame, a golden halo that brought me to my knees and told me I was going to be the richest man on the planet, and what I was to do was to end slavery. All right? Well, the most enslaved people on this planet are women because they should be in a supervisory role like they were before aliens sat down and then started fucking shit up. You know, how long did the earth last before man started to his reign of terror and destruction? Millions of years. And in 2,000 years or less, we brought it to the brink. We're going to have nothing left. To give to our children. So, you just saw the second miracle. Stevia splitting water apart into a natural gas. If you put enough stevia, a teaspoon into a third blender full of water, turn it on, it'll split apart, triple in size. If you don't have a third, if you fill it to the top and put stevia, you hear us struggling and whining. And in my blender, the blender cap, the blender top, shot off and hit the ceiling and this white soup poured over everything, and I was like, oh my God, I fucking finally found it. I knew exactly what it was. I knew that petroleum gas was actually powered by hydrogen. People don't realize that. Petroleum from dinosaurs that they're ruining this planet drilling for is only used to explode hydrogen into power. All right? It's vaporized inside the internal combustion engine. It comes out smoke, and the hydrogen is gone forever. All right? Invalidating Einstein's theory that nothing ever vanishes, because it does. Like good relationships, when two astrology signs that aren't meant to be with each other get sexually attracted, marry, and are with each other for the rest of their life, and they're not having fun. So many things that we can change in a society, funded by Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn. Have you ever seen the Bad Boy Club logo? That's me, girls, ladies. Boogaloo, the artist, told me he drew it after me because I knocked out 5 guys at Juanita's, 4 that came to attack me. Nice to meet you. Can you introduce yourself? It's amazing. The women on X, Twitter, as fake as the ones that are on Messenger and Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk. It's amazing that we're being overrun with Nigerian scammers. There should be some barrier, some firewall that people have to sign up for your little clubs and use a telephone number so Nigerians can't pretend to be beautiful women scamming American men out of their money. They don't have enough money. That's why people are going crazy. It's like this. At 8 years old, I saw mice go absolutely batshit crazy when there was overpopulation in a cage. It didn't matter how much food there was, because there was always enough, water enough, but it was the number, a small number, they acted like mice. A big number, the men versus the women, men turning gay, eating babies, cannibalism. I guess they had a study in the 1950s or 60s that came up with the same conclusions that I did, that there was too many people on this planet and that we had to cut back. How do we do that? Instill laws like China that you can only have 1 kid, or someone told me, Andrew, my friend, told me that it's now 2. No, you offer incentives for women to get their tubes tied or cut at 1. Give them a house, give them a car, and give them some money, all right? Take them off the grid, and we can pare down to a normal population. If 13 colonies went to 280 million people in a little over 200 years, okay, we are outstripping the Chinese population. Okay, they've been around for 5,000-6,000 years, and they're at 2 or 3 billion, all right? We're going to be at 2 or 3 billion in the next 100 to 150 years if we come out at the same pace. You know, the breeding population is out of control. There's too many people. And it has to stop. Craig Tuescher and Mormons having 5, 6, 7 kids like pigs, like sows. Anyhow, to Craig Tuescher and the Mormon Church, Craig, I'm going to sue you for $5 million when I get an attorney. I think I have the money coming. We had a handshake. It was based upon my mouse experiment. You took that to Princeton, and they spent millions of dollars studying what I told you about at the same period of time that you were roommates with David Rockefeller at Princeton. The coincidence is too much. In front of a jury, they're going to believe that we had a handshake. And I asked you, you know, or I told you, if you take this to Princeton, okay, and they use it when you're a big-time millionaire, give me $5 million, man, okay? And we shook hands on it. Anyhow, ladies, Dan Quinn, me, I'm Maitreya, okay? I'm going to be called an angel. My wife would heartily disagree with that. But an angel, in many circumstances and situations, knocking people out that had it coming to them. Taz, Sac Maniac Taz, uh, I saved your life, homeboy. If you had gone to that cell with Bryce Peeler, he was planning on taking your life. You came in with a blunt knife, or you came to the fight with a blunt knife. Bryce was meticulously honing his weapon to where it drew blood, okay? He thought he was going to do 35 years. He thought his life was over. And so, me standing in the doorway, challenging you to actually walk past me because you're going to get knocked out, I saved your life. And then I knocked you out, and you didn't have a minder for your knife. So the Mexicans got raided, and 12 to 14 eyes were found. When I'm a billionaire, I'm going to find out if it costs any more time for those Mexicans, the Norteños, and the Nuestra Familia, if it costs them any more time, and I'm going to financially make amends. So I'm going to go to 20 minutes. Yeah, ladies, you should be in charge. You shouldn't be treated like slaves. And you should have multiple orgasms every night, 20, 30, 40, easy. You can do 45 easy in a 15-minute period by doing 3 touches per minute. Once every 33 seconds, you're coming. Or that would be 2. Anyway, what would it be? It would be once every 20 seconds. Yeah. I'm such a genius. It took me that long to figure that out. Anyhow, I discovered the fountain of orgasm for women, cold fusion. That's what you just saw. I figured out how to get 15 to 20 hits out of weed, over 10 easily, in a little bowl this size. If you smoke marijuana, I'm not going to do it right now. It's in another video. And I'm actually going to get more hits, bigger hits, because my pipe, when I was doing the previous videos, was starting to get clogged up with resin. And what I did is I put water in a cup and turn it on 10 minutes in the microwave, and it's amazing, the cleaning job. It's like a brand new pipe. I didn't have to waste money nor resources spending on a new one. Yeah. So, like I said, they're going to call me many things. Miracle Man is one of them. Maitreya is another. To the Maitreya Foundation, it's not a Middle Easterner that's going to become Maitreya, because America is the seat of power on this planet, and no one would listen if he came from outside its walls. But when I'm a billionaire, people are going to start to pay attention. And like I said, I had that vision. A golden halo enveloped me, brought me to my knees. It was a surge of energy. It was aliens fucking around, all right? I had a vision, another one, same, on the violin. Yeah, amazing shit. The quality of life, the quality of your life, if you help me, is going to change dramatically for yourselves and especially for your children's children. All right? 760-809-1744. That's 760-809-1744. That's my number. If you know somebody that has cancer, I figure if they have cancer and they're not dying, there's probably a chance they're going to be married to Western medicine, and or they're going to get irradiated or cut. They're not going to be willing to drink a sweet water. But a terminal cancer victim that has no recourse, they're making their last wishes, making plans, they'd be willing to drink pure H2O. And if you are in the link of getting them to a cure, so it leads to a Nobel Prize, I will give you a house, a car, and $100,000. I figure that $100 million would be enough easily to take care of 5-10 people or more for a house, a car, and $100,000. and I'm going to be worth billions. Elon Musk can easily do that. Now, how old are you? What are you doing for a living? You know, all these women that are from fucking Africa or men posing as women, and they're giving qualifying questions to see if I'm worthy of scamming. Anyhow, I'm Maitreya. I'm here to save people that are enslaved, make reparations to those that were, and with billions of dollars, I can do it. And I'm asking for your help. So, 760-809-1744. Give me a call if you can help me out, and we'll make this happen.